YouTubers, it's me, Lonnie Clark, and I'm out by the river again taking a walk. And I wanted to apologize for my hysterical, freaked out message again, which I took down. And it led me to wonder, do I owe Jerome an apology? And I say no. I call people with that type of an attitude a collaborator. I am not going to back down on this one. We have children being tortured, and to demean that is just pure ignorance. Is obviously has absolutely no capacity to even look into things for themselves. And it is not some hyper blown story. Even if only one infant was ripped out of the arms of her mother, that's enough. But we have a systematic system, and actually, to be honest, I'm still over the top. This is why I have decided that I'm going to the protest tomorrow, and I would encourage everyone to find a protest in your city. Stand up for the imprisoned children, for the children in detention centers. That's what we're talking about. Tents in the middle of the desert. And now, as I reported on my YouTube channel, they're putting the families in radioactive and toxically contaminated centers where they are known. Why did they pick those ones? Why did they pick them? Easy way to get rid of the problem if everybody dies, right? We have got to stop the internment camps in the United States, and we need to call for impeachment, because intentionally harming a child is an impeachable offense. And I'm sorry, Jerome, if I was too rough on you, if you can't take a little bit of reality, but this is a crime against humanity. At what point will it take people to get upset and to feel a drive to get off your ass and away from the fucking keyboard? I'm going to be downtown tomorrow at the Federal Building in Eugene, Oregon at 11 o'clock. And I do not know how long it goes. And I am also going to be outside the Federal Building at Pete DeFazio's office, Ron Wyden, and Jeff Merkley's office next week. Seriously. I don't know what are the hours, but I will be out there protesting out on Franklin Boulevard. If I stand alone, I'm going to go tomorrow and make an effort to organize and talk to some, like, Our Revolution people. I always see them out there. I'm going to see if some of those folks would want to go protest with me and make a stance. It'll make a lot more difference if people start protesting at their congressperson's office, saying absolutely not. This is an impeachable offense. We need to call for impeachment. You are not allowed to torture children and just have a judge say, oh, you have to return the babies within 2 weeks and the families have to be reconnected within a little while. No, they've already done the harm to many of the infants, all of the infants there. The harm has already been done. You don't get to murder somebody and then go, oh, yeah, well, we'll clean it up. Don't worry about it. That's not how it works. At least you can be impeached. This is a crime against humanity that was deemed so by the United Nations. So I am going to be out tomorrow on June 30th down at the Federal Building, and I encourage everyone to show up in your town, in your city, probably at 11 o'clock your time, and stand up for the tortured children that Traitor Trump is torturing. And we need to demand impeachment, because you cannot intentionally harm an infant. It is an impeachable offense. Intentionally harming an infant is an impeachable offense. At least, if not a chargeable crime. This is an outrage that Americans are going to stand by and let our tax dollars pay for these thugs to mistreat infants and begrudgingly not even know where they're at. They could have already reconciled every single one of those mothers with their children. They know where the mothers are, just send them to the kids. It's bullshit. So I am putting this out because I did take my video down. It was a little harsh, but the message is still the same. Torturing children is not acceptable. And anybody who is not out demanding that these children, A, get reconciled, and B, Traitor Trump gets impeachment hearings. We need to demand impeachment hearings. And anybody who doesn't do that is a collaborator. That's what I think. You're collaborating with these Nazis and letting them get away with fucking child torture. So I'm going to be out there. Put your courage feet on, because guess what? We need it. The forces of evil are oppressing you from coming out. Put your courage feet on and get out there, because this is a matter of really, who are we as Americans? Child torturers? No, I refuse to accept that. I'm standing up, and I bet you there will be at least 1,000 people out there, if not tens of thousands. I hope there are. Ciao, you guys. Remember,